So it's Monday morning and yeah, nerve-wracking morning. Ted is really nervous. The Sidepa woman is due to arrive at 10 o'clock and yes, inspect the Fosse Septique that was installed last week. So fingers crossed everything's okay, that all the measurements are correct and she's happy. Yeah, let's wait and see.
Bonjour Madame Lecroix.
It's a bit nerve-wracking, isn't it? Let's take off.
Can't handle it. All of those stuff are
yeah. All our parts are alright in there.
good socket.
Yeah, I see how marching it out.
Are you crapping your pants now, you boys?
Never.
So,
What do you reckon? Pass? Fail?
the lady from
Huh?
Sidepa, she say,
Yeah!
yay! We did it!
All that hard work. I tell you, we're a celebrating, sorry
Cup
for
of
the kettle,
coffee.
celebrating cup of tea. Yeah, it was, I don't know why I was so nervous, but because I'd seen every bit of it going in, and because of Gregory being here, who taught Andy a lot of stuff, because it's been a long time since Andy's put one in. But if we hadn't have had Gregory, I think we would have struggled. But it's all thanks to him. And we have a fully functioning septic tank, and she has passed it. So we will get in a few weeks' time a certificate of conformity. So unlike an awful lot of properties in France, we got a septic tank that conforms. It's probably the only time me and Lisa have ever conformed.
And cost-wise, we came in 500 over. Well, not over budget, actually. We come in 1,500 over budget, but we came in 500 over what we have in the bank. However, Gregory's been really kind and said, just pay me when you can. So,
yeah, so that's really nice
really
of him.
good.
So, but yeah, we reckon we were just, working on what he said, and he does it for a living all the time. Even with him and his labour, we've probably saved ourselves over half of what we would have to have paid out. Until we'll get to you and tell you all the figures, because I'm sure it'll be interesting for people who are doing this. But if you need a septic tank installed, don't call me.
We don't want to know.
I've got another one to do, and I'm happy to do it, but I don't really want to do it for anybody else.
Oh, that was the other good thing. So the lady from Sidepa also said that she is giving us the confirmation on the septic for the other house now. And
so we get pre-planning for that.
Yeah. All we need to do is just let her know when we're going to do it, and send her a picture of it. That's it.
Yeah, and we can do our own soil test. She said the soil up that end, because of what the gradient she's seen, and she's seen obviously she's happy for it to be just a traditional épandage, smaller tank épandage. We'll do the soil test, which will tell her how big that épandage needs to be, and we crack on and do it. And once you get the pre-planning, you've got that for as long as is, maybe 5 years or whatever, which hopefully will be long enough for us to actually put one in.
So we hope you've enjoyed the whole week of our septic tank installation, Ted's nightmare week. And yeah, so you'd imagine now we're going to take a bit of time off. However, no, we've got 2 weeks till our first event here, so we're going to have a quick cup of tea and then we've got to crack on with the garden. So with the Fosse Septique all signed off, it was now time for Gregory to fill it all in. Fingers crossed, this is their final large project that we have to do in phase 1. And there'll be no more surprises. So with just 10 days to go till our first charity event at Chateau de Montmagny, it was time to try to transform the garden. And the first job on the list was the tower area. With all the stone that we'd had found in the garden, we thought we'd make use of it.
Right, you stone select and I will put them in. You tell me what.
Sure, you just have to put them in and then see. Probably a little one for now, yeah, and then we'll load it up again. Oh, look at that. So sometimes I just
Slot in, don't they? And then
especially once you've got the stone and everything in.
just made a little paddling pool as well.
Pardon?
Just made a little paddling pool. It'll all collect the water, all collected. Oh no, it's alright, it'll go down there.
Yeah.
Should do. Yeah.
What about getting those two big slabs put in there?
Well, just give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd really like
Um, we are going to, we've created a little pathway down to the boot room doorway because we've got a bit of sand left over, and it's not really sand, it's crushed granite and it's quite fine, but it feels really nice under the foot, and we've got quite a lot of it left, so we're going to see if we can make a pathway. Worst case scenario is we run out, we go down to take our trailer and go and get half a ton in our trailer. But what we're going to do, what Lisa would like to do, is put some of these big flagstones, because they're that sort of size, in front of the doorway, so it makes a proper step. However, they are ridiculously heavy, and there's only 2 of us, and so I'm going to try and put one that is about 70 centimetres by 40 centimetres wide. I don't think I can pick it up on my own, so I'm going to use my sack barrow and hope it doesn't fall off all the way from here, which is our dump barn. to the boot room, and that's about 40 metres. I'm a bit scared.
It's not
I'm getting
this
very
button.
nervous. I'm getting very nervous these days.
Why?
I don't know. Come out of the way, you.
Hang on, I just want to show everyone our flagstones that we found. Well, there's hundreds over there that are buried under.
It's not hundreds.
All right, okay, maybe that's
There's a few.
exaggeration.
It's slight exaggeration.
There's some over there that's buried under all the copper, but there's a load over here as well.
I think these either got taken out of the main house when he had those tiles put in, or they've been taken out of this. But I don't realise why. I don't understand why they would be taken out of here.
What, the coach house?
Yeah, because I don't know what's in there. I didn't know, like, whether that feels like it's a dirt floor, and it could well have been a dirt floor and always been a dirt floor. But these could have come out of the main house when he had those hexagonal tomats put in.
Could have done, but they're huge, aren't they?
They are.
So this is the one that we want. Just thinking, baby, that huge one at the back there.
Yeah, that'd be perfect, but there's no way that's moving.
No?
I can hardly move this.
Okay, let's, hang on.
Can you feel it? Feel the ground shaking when it moves? Look, I'll do it again.
Right, hang on a sec. Let me put this outside and then I'll help you.
It'd be better this way or the other way. Right, so what we are going to have to do. Right. Right, you're going to just guide the bottom. Don't try to lift or anything. Right, all we are going to have to do is dig out.
Well, I'd like it to sort of stand filed anyway.
Take the barrow out. Now you want to do them all the way around here too. That's good though, isn't it? It looks really good, I think.
I think that wall looks like it's been there forever, so.
That's when it gets rain on it and wet, and that's washed down. So I'll get some sand in.
Yes, I'll just rake it. Do you want it slivered enough?
Rake it over. I'll go and get some sand and then we'll put that in.
For the final touch, we used the sand that we had left over from the Fosse Septique to put in as a walkway. Messy hands, we've just done that. Okay, so we now have a walkway.
Well, we did.
We did until the dogs messed it up. We now have a walkway round to the boot room.
Nice little afternoon's work, wasn't it?
It was. I'm glad that's done. Oh, well done, Bess. A little pea in it. So yeah, I think if we have some potted plants dotted around, I think it'll look really lovely. We need to obviously clean up all this mess first. Yes. But that'll be tomorrow.
So we're going to attempt today to make our own parasol stands, because the parasol stands that we're finding, the ones we want, we've got two problems. So the big parasols, the two big parasols that we got, they've got their own stands, but they tend to spin round, and we're having issues there. We're going to deal with that later. What we're going to do, we've got 3 of these other ones which are really nice, but they're just straight up and down. And the parasol stands that we bought, the plastic ones you fill with water, they were too small. Then we researched, and they were silly expensive. So what we're going to do, using a bag of ready-mix concrete, the pipe out of an acro prop, we're going to try and make our own. So the idea is that we cut this down to 400s. This is 160 high, so I can cut 4 out of this, which is great. 400 high. Then we put something in this hole here, so it ties it into the concrete. I've made a little box, like a shuttering box. So we're going to put this in there, pour the concrete in, pour the water in, goes off real quick. Happy days. We hope it works. We hope it works. This is experiment. The thing is, these we already had, and to be honest with you, they're 14 quid, 14 euros for one. The ready-mix concrete that we bought yesterday was £9.95 a bag for a 25 kilo bag. So we bought 4 of those because we're going to make 4 of these. I don't know why we're going to make 4 when we've got 5 parasols and 3 of the little ones. But that's by the by. That's miscalculation. Don't worry. The good thing is maybe if we can use 1 bag of concrete to make 3 of these. When you consider that, £9.95 and whatever this is, you know, 4 times 4, so that's what, 12 euros, 13, 14 euros per stand. When we were looking at the concrete stands, were a minimum of 30. If you could find the right size ones, but normally they're about 60 or 70 euros for a concrete one or a raw iron one. So that's the idea today. And I'm going to do the first one. Well, we're both going to do the first one, and then Lisa's going to do the other one. I want a bit of stick to turn there.
Okay, so ingredients for today's project is not a dog, but some gravel to put on the top. You don't need the gravel, but I'd like some gravel to put on the top. 2.5 litres of water, a box that Ted has made, and that's part of our acro prop that Ted's cut off. He's put some nuts and bolts on the bottom just to give the cement something to adhere to. He's covered up the hole in the bottom so that when we pour the cement in, it doesn't go into the pole, because obviously we want the parasol pole to go right down to the bottom. And then we've got a cement, ready mix cement. So let's give it a go.
So the reason why we're using Postcrete, by any other name, speed beton, is because we can't wait for anything.
We're too impatient.
We're too impatient. So I need your help, my darling.
Yep.
I need you to come and hold the pipe. So, because once I push this in, it might try and, I don't think it'll try and float away, but...
So I just need to hold it in place, yeah? So you just pour the cement in and then pour you don't mix it up, so you mix it.
That's a good idea.
Well, I hope this comes out.
Bigger than I thought. Well, if it works, the thing is it's going to go flowing over the top with the water.
So what do you do? Just pour enough water that soaks into it, or?
Well, what you're supposed to do is, yeah, pour the water in. So yeah, the idea is that you pour it, because this really is the stuff for
It's like for fence posts.
fence posts, yeah, fence posts. So we stick it all in, and then we lower the top, lower it down. It's just that I'm thinking. So yeah, you're supposed to literally pour the water in.
Have you done this before?
I've done it with
Fence posts.
fence posts, yeah. So for fence posts, easy. Is you dig an hole, you pour this in, then you pour the water in, and let it go off, and you don't care what it looks like. But this is a different matter, isn't it? So this is an experiment, and if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Simple as that.
We should get a pen, and once it's going off slightly, put CDM in it. No? Okay. So you only have 5 minutes, and it goes off, yeah?
Well, I'm hoping that seeps all the way through. This is the learning curve, isn't it?
Yeah. Practice rounds. Okay. Well, that's okay?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Shall I put some gravel on top, or do we wait for it to start going off?
Well, it's supposed to go off quite quickly.
I'll wait 5 minutes, or?
Well, it's just 5 minutes. Look, 5 minutes you got rapid fry. Yeah, so you shouldn't mix it, it says.
Shall I just pour it on top and see what
go on.
happens?
Yeah, it's going to stick on the top. Isn't it? This is, as I say, this is an experiment, isn't it?
Go for it. That should be enough.
The end of an experiment. We weren't going to do this. To see if it's completely set. It probably has, because the amount of rain we've had, it's probably just leaked down into the water. But
Oh, it looks good. That looks good, baby.
yeah.
Got to get off the bottom now. How are you going to get off the bottom?
That's it.
Oh, wow. Oh, that looks really good. If I then black spray paint the pole, yeah?
Yeah. See, that just blends in, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I
think that'd
we
be
layer
fine.
in the top, pour the water in. Layer in the top, pour
Yeah.
the water. Just
Yeah.
do that. Because this is done what I didn't think he was going to do, which is get down to the bottom. And I know we did churn it up.
No, it looks good.
Once it's sprayed up,
Yeah.
then we can put them in. I can bolt it through there. And they're heavy enough.
Just another 4 to make now, baby.
Well, only 3.
No, we've got 5 of them in total. It was now time for Ted to head up to apartment 2 and leave me with the work outside. As much as we've got an event coming, we've also got a deadline to make for apartment 2. Our first guests arrive on the 6th of August. The Wrights family.
Forgive the strange angles, but I'm going up to my temporary workshop, which is in apartment 3, because Lisa and Karen the other day. Tidied it all up because it was a complete and utter nightmare. But they've done a lovely job of tidying it all up to make a little temporary workshop for me. Because, as you well know, I am going to be ensconced in here for several weeks to get apartment 2 up and running. So, as you can see, it's nice and clean, nice and clear. Bit of plasterboard over the way, but then you've got to have a bit of plasterboard, especially around here. Mitre saws up here. Got some lighting, which is good. Stuffed that in the ceiling, which is, you know, nice, me work lights. And little temporary bench there. So the job for today is to laminate the floor in the chambre, in the bedroom area. That's the job, and we're going to do that with some laminate we bought a long time ago. But it's a nice sort of oak effect. So I'm going to put that down today. I think somebody's probably going to film in there, but she's setting that up as we speak. So we'll go ahead and start.
Now we're in apartment 2 in the bedroom area. The last time you saw this room was like this. Now, as you know, we had to stop work up here. Mainly because the wood that Ted was using was too wet to be able to continue and make the bed. And secondly, because winter was fast approaching and we had to get in downstairs. So we had to then drop tools up here and go downstairs. So this was the last view you had of it. So now, Teddy Bear is back in apartment 2.
Bonjour tout le monde.
Are you ready, baby? Are you ready for the challenge?
Yeah. I just showed everybody my workshop, my little workshop next door. It's, you know, it would be quite nice. You know, I might get some more lighting, but it feels fairly comfortable. It's incredibly warm up here, even though it's pouring with rain. It's very warm. It is really warm. So the first job of today, and hopefully we get this done in not long, because bearing in mind what we did downstairs, which is a lot bigger space, we get laminate flooring. Right, onward.
Wow. It's the last bit.
That's it. That's not perfect. Get it all done. Finished.
You happy?
Yeah, it's alright. Job done today. It's good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's alright. Flat-ish. Don't move about. Yes, there we go. Yeah, it's alright. It's all thereabouts. There's the skirting on. My knees are shot.
Are they?
Yeah, completely. I think my initial shot for about here. The rest of it. Yeah. But it's done, which is good.
Well done, baby.
Yeah, in a day. That's quite good in a day, isn't it?
That's
It
good.
doesn't start till 10 o'clock or 10:30.
Really good. Well done.
So it's a hive of activity here at Chateau de Montmagny today. We have Mr. Gregory, who is pushing all the soil into the septic tank. That's all done. The old tank has disappeared. France Bonhomme come and took that away today. And I'm doing a load of skirting board. We've got Ian from up the road has come and cut our grass, which is lovely. Dave has been droning, so everything is happening today, which is really good. I'm doing skirting board today, and I've been accused of waffling. I've accused myself of waffling and being boring. So we'll get to the point. So this is 16 metres of skirting board that I've just ripped up. 100mm wide tongue groove, taken the tongue off, put a 45 chamfer on the edge. All of this stuff is going in apartment 2 bedroom. I need 15.9 metres. I've got 16 metres there. I can easily rip up another bit if I need it. Probably won't need as much. I was a little bit generous with my measurements. But yeah, it's 100mm wide. So that will look nice. It's all going to get painted. I'll put the chamfer on there because it matches the wood in the actual bedroom. So what we'll do is we'll put that in and then we'll come back and show you.
So another job to tick off the list. Skirting boards are done, just need to be painted. Is there?
Big one. See that?
Okay, so over the last couple of weeks we've had unprecedented amount of rain for this time of year. This barn here was completely flooded this morning. So what Ted's done is dug a channel out away from the barn, and the water's now seeping down, so it's a lot better than it was. But it's something that we need to solve. Now, the old French drainage system, the pathway that you saw me watering right at the very beginning of our journey that we found outside the house, there is one under here too. So we need to find it, and we need to obviously wait for the water to disperse a bit, but dig all of this out and find that drainage pathway. And we know that it goes right through that green area over there down to the bottom where there's a hole in the wall that takes it out down to the river. So this is a load of work. Now the problem is, obviously with the event coming up a week on Saturday, and today is Wednesday, is this a piece of work that we can do before then? Really not sure whether that's going to get done or if it's just going to look a total mess, which is a bit worrying. But we'll see what we can get done. Don't chuck it on my grass.
My grass, is it? Oh, my grass, is it now? Yeah.
Okay, so the rain's coming down again now, and Ted's got to go to rehearsal, so I think we're going to have to call it a day today. But we've been able to dig out a big channel. Obviously, if we had a bit of money, we would have got a mini digger, but good old muscles. Hey, baby.
Yeah. You know, we don't work hard enough, so we thought we'd take on something like this.
So the idea is, now we've sort of taken a look at it, what you see is a French drainage system. Can you pull some of the water away so we can see the stone? I don't know if you can see.
It's a little mud in here. But you can see the back of the water's draining through the middle.
Yeah, so that's the French drainage system down there. So what we're going to do is do the channel all the way up to the doorway of the dump barn, and then we're going to fill it with some small pieces of stone. Not the gravel, but just small pieces of stone that obviously we've found within the land that we've got a big pile of. And hopefully then the water will be able to follow that channel down, and we'll have to dig the channel all the way down to the end of the wall where it goes into a, what's it called, baby? It's a big pit, isn't it? It's a shit pit.
It's a merd.
A merd pit.
Merd pit.
Which is where all the cow muck used to go. So they used to obviously keep the cows in this barn. They would just sweep out all the cow muck. It would go down the channel and then through a little hole in the wall down there.
A bit like that.
And into the big pit that is the other side of that wall. The only problem is
they would still kind of filter it out, but the water would then run down, and I suppose they had to, you know. But then cows, it's only organic matter, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like it's chemicals.
no.
So it's got organic matter. But the thing for me is that I don't know if you filmed earlier that was literally.
I didn't catch it when it was full,
Well, it's
but
about 10 inches underwater, and it was all in the barn, right up to those sinks you see in there. And, you know, because that's downhill, it's just a great big pool. And that's why I dug out where I dug out, you know. Strictly speaking, I should have dug a straight channel, which would have been a lot easier for us, but of course, you never do everything properly. And so subsequently we got to work it. But as you see, the water is flowing down here, and it's considerably lower than it was, and hopefully that will suffice if we get any major rain, that it
well, as long as it don't get in the barn, yeah.
As opposed to going into the thing, because my barn was the floor of my barn, which I think is blocked on the other side, the drainage is just built up and flowed all the way in the
Workshop
floor of the barn. And I've got a bit of tarpaulin underneath it, but all the tarpaulin is, well, it's obviously not waterproof anymore, and it's soaked. Well, the good thing, I suppose, I got a load of sawdust there, which has mopped up a lot of it, but it was, yeah.
Okay, baby, down tools for now until the rain stops, and then we'll get back out. Let's go have a cup of coffee. So whilst Ted and Dave went off to have a rehearsal, I continued to dig the trench. Okay, so we've dug out the channel now. I've still got a bit of mud to transfer, but as you can see, this barn was literally had a foot of water in it, and this area here was just literally water everywhere. So we've dug out this channel. I'm now going to fill it with some small pieces of stone and then gravel over the top of it, so that hopefully the water will seep through the gravel and will just keep flowing down, and we shouldn't get any backup of water. We will need to continue a channel right the way through and down, but at the moment I'm concentrating on this area so we can get it looking pretty decent, or hopefully as decent as we can for Saturday. So that's what it looks like at the moment. I'm now going to continue to put some stone in there. So with the channel now filled with stone, it was time for me to down tools and get ready, because me and Ted were going for a night out. Well, I was going for a night out. Ted was playing a gig. There's still a lot of work to do before the event next week, but we've still got one more week to go.
Chemicals and mama sure the hand of nuggets around. Action speaks louder than words, and I'm amazed. A whole little brain. Oh, yeah.
We would like to say a huge thank you to all of our supporters, from our patrons to our GoFundMe donors, the people that are buying us a coffee on Go Buy Me a Coffee, and you, our subscribers, each week watching the adverts for us to give us a little bit of income each month. Even if it just adds up to a bag of sand, it all helps. Take care, everyone. See you all next week. Bye-bye.
More, I want more, so much more.